Yenge everyone, I'm Mikhail Massa, and in today's video, we'll be exploring the powerful Bantu moon rituals for healing. These ancient practices harness the energy of the moon to help cleanse and empower both the body and spirit. Whether you're looking for emotional healing or spiritual growth, these rituals are a great way to connect with lunar energy. In Bukongo spirituality, the moon and the sun, Situ, are powerful cosmic forces that represent the balance of spiritual and physical existence, life cycles, and ancestral communication. They are deeply connected to timekeeping, initiation rituals, and the spiritual connection between the living and the ancestors. The sun, Situ, in Bukongo spirituality, the sun as the source of life and divine power. The sun represents Nzambi Mpungu's power, the supreme creator who sustains life. It symbolizes energy, growth, and enlightenment, a force that gives power to all living beings. The sun is linked to the east, Kala, in the Dikenga cosmogram, the place of birth and new beginnings. Many Bantu kings, Fumu, were considered sons of the sun, meaning they had divine authority. Spiritual role of the sun. The rising sun represents new beginnings, birth, and divine blessings. The midday sun, Tukula, represents strength and power. The setting sun, Luvemba, is a transition to the ancestral realm. The sun is also associated with divine judgment, as nothing can be hidden under its light. Sun and initiation rituals. Some initiation ceremonies happen at sunrise to mark spiritual awakening. The sun's movement reflects life's journey, from birth to adulthood, to old age, and then to the afterlife. The moon. In Bukongo spirituality, the moon is the guide of the spirit. The moon is feminine and represents the spiritual world, intuition, and the connection to ancestors. It controls the cycles of life and death. Just as it influences the ocean tides, it also affects human life. The moon is linked to the west, Luvemba, in the Dikenga cosmogram, representing the transition to the ancestral realm. Spiritual role of the moon. The full moon is a time of spiritual power, divination, and connecting with ancestors. The new moon represents a time for renewal and starting new journeys. The moon cycles are used to calculate important spiritual rituals and ceremonies. Moon and ancestral communication. The moonlight is believed to be a bridge between the world of the living and the world of the dead. In Bukongo thought, dreams and visions received under the full moon are considered messages from Nzambi and the ancestors. Some funerals and ancestral rites are performed during certain moon phases to ensure a smooth transition of the soul. The sun and moon together, balance and duality. In Bukongo spirituality, the sun and the moon work together, representing the balance of male and female energies. Sun equals male, moon equals female. Life and death. Sun equals physical life, moon equals the spiritual world. Action and reflection. Sun equals activity and strength, moon equals wisdom and guidance. Their movements help determine sacred times for rituals, initiations, and communication with the ancestors. The sun, the moon, and prophecy prophets in the Congo tradition, like Kimpa Vida and Simon Kimbangu, often spoke of visions related to the sun and the moon. Eclipses were considered important omens, signaling changes in leadership or divine messages from Nzambi. Prophetic messages are sometimes received at night when the moon is full, believed to be the best time to receive ancestral wisdom. Connection to biblical and African spirituality. Many African spiritual beliefs about the sun and moon are reflected in biblical texts. Psalm 104:19, He made the moon to mark the seasons, the sun knows its time for setting. Malachi 4:2, But for you who fear my name, the Sun of Righteousness shall rise with healing in its wings. Matthew 24:29, The sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. This shows that the ancient Congo understanding of celestial bodies is part of a larger spiritual system that connects to many traditions worldwide. Conclusion. The Bukongo worldview sees the sun and the moon as sacred forces that mark time and guide human life, represent the connection between the physical and spiritual worlds, are used in prophecy, divination, and rituals, symbolize duality and balance in the universe. Rituals in Bukongo spirituality, based on the sun and moon. In Bukongo spirituality, rituals are deeply connected to the movements of the sun, Situ, and the moon, Gonde. These celestial bodies determine the best times for ceremonies, initiations, ancestral veneration, and spiritual journeys. 1. Rituals. During sun time, C2. Sunrise rituals, Kala East, when? Early morning at sunrise, where? Sacred groves, riverbanks, mountaintops, or open fields. Purpose, birth and naming ceremonies. Newborns are blessed at sunrise to receive energy from the rising sun. Initiation into adulthood, Kimba. Young initiates receive blessings as they begin their spiritual journey. Healing and purification. Sick individuals are bathed in herbal water at dawn to receive the healing energy of the sun. Midday rituals, Tukula North, when? Noon, when the sun is strongest, where? Temples, royal courts, marketplaces. Purpose, coronation of kings, Fumu. Kings were crowned at midday to absorb the sun's power. Oath-taking and war preparations. Warriors swore oaths under the blazing sun, believing its heat would burn liars. Divine judgment and justice. Trials and important decisions were made when the sun was at its peak. Sunset rituals, Luvemba West, when? Evening, during. Sunset, where? Burial grounds, forests, sacred sites. Purpose, funerals and ancestral offerings. The setting sun symbolizes the journey to the ancestral realm. Rites for the elderly and spiritual leaders. Elders near death were prepared spiritually for the afterlife. Evening prayers and protection rituals. Families gathered to invoke blessings and protection from Zambi. 2. Rituals. During moon time. Full moon rituals. When? At night during a full moon. Where? Sacred forests, near rivers, ancestral shrines. Purpose, ancestral communication used for seeking guidance from spirits. Prophecy and divination, spiritualists would read messages in water, fire, or bones. Fertility and womanhood rituals, women prayed for conception and safe childbirth. New moon rituals, when? The first night of the new moon. Where? Mountaintops, caves, rivers, and isolated places. Purpose, new beginnings. Individuals seeking a fresh start performed cleansing rituals. Initiation into secret societies. Certain spiritual groups like Lemba performed secret rites. Banishing negative energy, people washed with sacred herbs to remove bad luck. This text provides a complete and structured understanding of Bukongo spirituality related to the sun and moon. The Bukongo zodiac and its connection to the cosmos. The Congo zodiac signs are tied to the movement of the sun, moon, and stars. Each sign represents a cycle of life, from creation to transformation. Different rituals were performed depending on the time of year and alignment of celestial bodies. These signs also influenced roles in society: warriors, healers, leaders, and mystics. Congo annual feasts, rituals, and their practices. The Bakongo people had a sacred calendar that followed the movement of the sun, moon, and stars, as well as agricultural cycles and ancestral traditions. These feasts and rituals were deeply spiritual, marking the connection between the living, the ancestors, and Zambi Mpungu, the supreme creator. 1. Kalantangu, the New Year Festival, renewal of life. When? Around the spring equinox, March 2022. Time, sunrise, represents new beginnings. Where? Sacred temples, Inzo Abukulu, rivers and mountains. Tools used, sacred drums, goma, fire, water, herbs, white kale and clay. Purpose of the ritual, a spiritual cleansing and renewal ceremony to welcome a new cycle of life, honoring the ancestors and seeking their guidance for the coming year, celebrating the first planting season and fertility of the land. Ritual activities, cleansing with water and kale and clay. The Nganga, spiritual leader, anoints participants with white clay to purify their spirit. Fire ceremony, a fire is lit to symbolize the destruction of past burdens and the beginning of a new life cycle. Drumming and dancing, the ngoma, drums, are played to awaken ancestral spirits. 2. Mvulamapa, the rain-calling ceremony. When? During the dry season, June-July. Time, midnight, spiritual hour for summoning spirits. Where? Riverbanks, sacred forests, mountain shrines. Tools used, sacred water, palm wine, animal horns, blowing instrument, herbs. Purpose of the ritual, to call upon the spirits of the sky and ancestors to bring rainfall, ensuring abundant crops and fertility of the land, strengthening the bond between the Bakongo people and the forces of nature. Ritual activities, water offering. Water is poured onto the ground while chanting prayers to Nzambi Mpungu. Horn blowing. Traditional animal horns are blown to call upon the spirits of rain. Dancing and singing. Ritual songs invoke the energy of the clouds and the winds. 3. Kizubu Kia Mpemba, ancestral communion, night of the dead. When? Full moon in August, dedicated to ancestors. Time, midnight. between two worlds, the living and the dead. Where burial sites, family shrines, sacred groves, tools used, ancestral relics, palm oil lamps, white and red cloth. Purpose of the ritual: honoring Nkulu Nzambi ancestors and asking for their blessings, strengthening ancestral communication through dreams and visions, offering food and drink to the spirits for protection and guidance. Ritual activities: lighting ancestral lamps. Palm oil lamps are placed at grave sites to guide spirits. Ancestral feast. Special foods, corn, plantains, roasted meat are offered. Spirit possession rituals. Some elders enter trance states to speak on behalf of the ancestors. 4. Nzila Zamananga, warrior and protection ritual. When before major conflicts or during national crises. Time: early morning or sunset. Where sacred groves. River crossings, battlefield sites. Tools used: sacred spears, war paint, protective amulets. Purpose of the ritual: seeking spiritual protection and strength before battle, connecting with Nkisi spirits for guidance in warfare, ensuring warriors are blessed and guided by ancestors. Ritual activities: war paint ceremony. Warriors are painted with red and white clay for protection. Ngoma drumming. Drums summon ancestral spirits of warriors for guidance. Sacrificial offerings. Small animals, like chickens, are offered to Nkisi spirits. 5. Pemba Lufulu, moon and birth ritual, fertility celebration. When? First full moon of December. Time: sunset to midnight. Where? Women's shrines, riverbanks, moonlit clearings. Tools used: moonstone amulets, white beads, water pots. Purpose of the ritual: celebrating new births and ensuring fertility for childbearing women, strengthening the spiritual connection between mothers and their ancestors. Invoking the moon's energy for healing and purification. Ritual activities: water cleansing ritual. Women bathe in sacred rivers under the full moon. Chanting and singing. Lullabies and ancestral hymns are sung to the unborn. Blessing the womb. Pregnant women are anointed with sacred oils. 6. Kuatalendo, the Great Return, prophetic ceremony. When? Every 60 years. Congo prophetic cycle. Time: dawn, new cycle of destiny. Where? Sacred temples, mountains, ancestral lands. Tools used: holy staff, sacred texts, divination stones. Purpose of the ritual: welcoming the return of powerful ancestral spirits into new bodies, preparing for Nzila Nzambi, the divine path, recognizing reincarnated ancestors among children. Ritual activities: divination ceremony, using bones, stones, and dreams to reveal reborn spirits. Ancestral recognition, identifying children who carry the souls of elders. Sacred blessings, placing the holy staff of Congo kings on chosen individuals. Final thoughts. The Bakongo spiritual calendar time was measured by celestial movements, the sun, moon, and stars. Feasts aligned with life cycles, from birth to death to rebirth. Rituals ensured balance between the spirit world and the living. Ancestral spirits played a central role in all ceremonies. Moon rituals and lunar magic, a guide for spiritual enlightenment and healing. In many spiritual traditions, the moon is revered as a powerful source of energy and wisdom. The practice of moon rituals can enhance intuition, bring healing, and amplify spiritual clarity. In this video, we'll explore different types of moon rituals, the significance of the moon phases, the role of days of the week in spells, and some practical techniques to connect with lunar energy. 1. Moon rituals. Moon rituals are a way to harness the energy of the moon to manifest desires, heal, and connect with spiritual realms. Jewelry, for example, can be charged under the full moonlight, as the moon is considered a source of spiritual power. Cleansing rituals, such as burning sage or washing jewelry with cleansing water, remove negative energies, preparing the jewelry for its intended purpose. Meditation with your jewelry or crystals, while focusing on your intentions, strengthens the energy you're inviting into your life. Mental focus is essential to these practices. 2. Moon phases and their significance for spells and rituals. Each phase of the moon carries its own energetic qualities, aligning with different types of rituals and spells. New moon in the dark, a time for new beginnings, setting intentions, and self-reflection. Ideal for spells to manifest new goals or release old habits. Waxing moon, a phase of growth and expansion. Perfect for spells focused on wealth, success, and personal development. Full moon, the peak of energy and manifestation. It's the time to celebrate achievements, seek spiritual enlightenment, and release blockages. Spells and rituals for healing, insight, and empowerment work best during this phase. Waning Moon, a time to let go, cleanse, and release negativity. Ideal for rituals to break bonds or resolve problems. 3. The effect of the days of the week on rituals and spells. Each day of the week is linked to a specific planet and associated energies. Monday, associated with the moon, is particularly powerful for rituals related to feelings, intuition, healing, and emotional balance. It's a great day for self-reflection and for setting intentions for emotional healing. 4. Moon rituals based on time and place. Choosing the right time and place for your rituals is crucial. The moon's energy is strongest during certain phases, such as the full moon or lunar eclipse. Locations with sacred significance or places where the moonlight is especially visible can also enhance the potency of your ritual. 5. The moon breathing technique for visions, Ntangu Yangolo, breath of wisdom. This technique is designed to help you receive visions and spiritual clarity. Perform the technique in moonlight or darkness by inhaling slowly, visualizing a beam of light entering your third eye, brow chakra, and holding your breath. As you exhale, focus on inner images or inspirations. This practice can be enhanced by using lavender or artemisia smoke, or combining it with a crystal or ancestral amulet. 6. Moon rituals for various purposes. There are many ways to honor the moon and its powerful energy. Moon meditation on the night of the full moon. Gain clarity and insight. Prayer for spiritual enlightenment on the full moon night. Connect with higher spiritual levels. Moon rituals for protection, using moonlight to shield your home and family. Full moon dance ceremony, celebrate the moon with movement, healing, and unity. Moon offering, invoking moon spirits with white flowers and herbs for blessings. Lunar eclipse rituals, remove shadow aspects and darkness in your life. 7 biblical rituals using the sun and moon. Many spiritual practices are rooted in sacred texts. For example, prayers for enlightenment, protection, or wisdom can be aligned with the sun and moon. Psalm 104:19 celebrates the moon's role in divine guidance, and Isaiah 60:19 speaks of the sun's power in victory. 8. Performing the moon rituals. To perform a moon ritual, gather the following materials. White or silver fabric symbolizing moonlight. Moonstone or crystals to amplify lunar energy. Incense like lavender, sage, or myrrh for purification. A mirror or basin of water to reflect the moon's light. White flowers representing purity. Musical instruments to create sacred space. Paper and pens to write prayers or wishes. Water from a spring or river charged with lunar energy. Implementation. Preparation. Set up your ritual space with crystals, flowers, and incense. Prayer and meditation. Offer a prayer to the moon spirit and reflect on your desires or past actions. Prayer and meditation. Offer a prayer to the moon spirit and reflect on your desires or past actions. Offering and blessing. Offer white flowers or herbs to the moon as a gesture of respect and gratitude. Chants and music. Use chants or drumming to harmonize with the moon's energy and purify the space. Writing requests and wishes. Write your prayers or intentions and burn them in the moonlight to manifest your desires. Time to perform the rituals. Full moon, a time for connection with divine light, cleansing, and manifestation. If you enjoyed this video and want to dive deeper into the Bantu spiritual practices, be sure to check out my book for more in-depth knowledge and guidance. Also, don't miss out on the chance to attend my upcoming class, where I'll be offering detailed explanations and live demonstrations of these rituals. Click the links below to learn more and join us.